To me, I look at this game and what to expect and things like that. They always talk about defense travels, Mike. I think attitude has to travel.
Yeah.
And so those 5 guys that we listed, their attitude has to be continue to build off what they did in the previous game. Don't have this be a letdown spot. You're at home against the Chiefs game, and it's CBS, and it's the main game, and you come down to Miami against a 2-7 team. Don't fall into that. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. Mike Catalana alongside here on Fort Lauderdale Beach.
Not bad.
It's a tough job. It's 85, sunny. Somebody's got to do it. We need you to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, really appreciate it.
I'm going to mention Jenna's not with us on this trip. She officiated a wedding today. Told us she crushed it.
Crushed it, like Dan Fates would.
Absolutely.
She did her best Dan Fates impression. This is pretty nice.
Yeah.
I always joke around whenever we come down here that it's a tough job. Somebody's got to do it. I mean, this is 85, sunny, beautiful.
It's not just us down here. There's a lot. There's a lot of Bills fans. If you've been down here for a game, Fort Lauderdale, right here on A1A, you know the elbow room. And it was, well,
packed.
Here's some shots. It was crazy. I went in there, saw a lot of people from Western New York, a lot of them. They're all running around. Some might have been having a drink or two, getting themselves ready.
Or 7.
We joke sometimes about the whole takeover thing because it's hard to take over a stadium. Charlotte ended up basically a full takeover by the end of the game because all the Panthers fans left.
Yes.
Miami is always a very good representation. I think tomorrow, the longer that game goes on, the more it's a Bills crowd.
Yeah, and to put in perspective, like takeover, if 20,000 Bills fans go to a road game, that's a ton of fans for a road team. And the Bills travel probably as well as anybody in the league.
Right.
But the stadium still holds 65 to 70,000 people.
Yeah.
It's a third. Now, there have been a couple of games where it has felt 50-50. I expect tomorrow, Sunday afternoon, by the end of it, to be all Bills fans.
Yeah, because I really think the Bills should be able to be in control of this game. Look, there's always some issues. I think they were a much better team than the Dolphins when they played in week number, what was that, week number 4?
Three.
Week number 3. And yet, here we are in the fourth quarter of that game, and it's tied.
Yeah.
And it took a lot. I think Miami's even different now. They're 2-7. They fired the GM. They traded Jalen Phillips. Like, they're not the same team. Plus, they're dealing with some injuries, too. So it's tougher for them to hang in there, I think.
Yeah, and I think the Dolphins will be a desperate team, but it's not desperate to make a playoff push. It's not desperate for that. It is desperate for their own jobs. Like, that's where it's tough, where football turns in from that individual aspect to the team. And that when you're collectively, it all works well when you're a desperate team. I think you're going to see a bunch of desperate individuals. Like, they're fighting for their jobs in that sense. So you called them earlier this week. They're in the mess in Miami that calls themselves the Dolphins. So that's where it's going to be tricky to see. We were even taking the shuttle back to the rental car, and somebody had said, and we cover the Bills for local media, all this stuff. And a person goes, I'm here for the game too. And she goes, but I'm a Dolphins fan.
Yeah,
and she goes,
sort of shame.
Yeah, it wasn't a very encouraging, like, I can't wait to go to the game. It was I'm gonna show up, and then we're probably going to leave.
At least the Jets have finally become aware enough to just say, we're selling people off.
Yes.
We need a total rebuild. The Dolphins are in a rebuild. They just haven't informed everybody yet.
Yes.
McDaniel will get it. At some point, it'll be Tua, whatever else they do. Okay, that's them.
As for the Bills, 5 players to watch for Sunday's game. Also, comment in who you're keeping an eye out for, who's 5 players. We talked about a little bit at the live pod at the Pittsford Pub. Shout out to everybody that came out to that. Players that we've kind of talked about needing stepping up through the second half of the season. Players that we are looking at. There's 3 on defense, 2 on offense. We'll start with defense, and we'll go with the younger guys. Guys that are coming off really solid games, Mike. First one for me, Maxwell Hairston.
Yeah, he's played well. He's been tested a little. And we don't know at this time what Christian Benford's status is going to be.
Correct.
He's limited.
Didn't practice Thursday, was limited Friday, questionable for the game.
So Max is going to play a lot.
Yes.
And it may be that he is full-time starter and playing the whole game.
Yep.
And that's another step in his evolution. Look, he started out against a bad quarterback, went to an all-time quarterback, and got his first interception.
Yeah. Mike, somebody called it.
Yes, that would be me. And played well.
Yeah.
But that's still in a limited number of snaps. I think one way or the other, he's getting a lot of snaps in the game on Sunday.
Yeah, to continue to build. Like, we've seen it at times where young players have had games and moments where you go, man, that was great. You hope they can build off of it. And they don't. And we'll get to a player like that maybe in a second. But off of Max Harrison, I also want to see Cole Bishop. Like, he's another guy that, again, had a solid game. The best game of his career by far. Was all over the place. You've talked about it. Felt like he was playing free.
Yep.
And just not even thinking, just reacting. And I think that was huge. I'd like to see that game against Kansas City, that we look back in 2 or 3 years and we go, man.
That was his game.
That was the game that Cole Bishop arrived.
Honestly,
I hope you build off of that.
We had heard about what a good athlete he was. And the truth was, for a year plus, we didn't get a chance to really see it on the football field.
Yeah.
It was more like, and we've talked about the plays where he got caught in a bad spot and it did not look good. I thought he had changed so much in that game. He was in attack mode. He knew where the ball was going. That's both by scheme and also his experience.
Yes.
I'm going to make another prediction. Career interception number 2 is coming on Sunday. Cole Bishop. He had that great one against the Saints. I'm just picking winners here. Cole Bishop is going to get 2.
Want to help out Uncle Dan?
Bet over half an interception for Cole. What would it be? Is it always like 0
Yeah, it
for
would
interceptions?
be half. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be over. So over a half. I'm going Cole Bishop. Over a half, he's going to get a pick.
So we talked about 2 young guys in the secondary. How about the oldest guy? And Jordan Poyer is another guy. Look, hand up. I didn't know what was left, and I was one of the people that was kind of laughing at they're really bringing back Jordan Poyer. I think he's made a massive impact. And you've heard Sean talk about it even before when he left.
Yeah.
I could talk about Jordan Poyer forever. I don't want to bore you. He's brought something to this defense. You've talked about it before when we talked to him, I think, a week ago about tackling.
Yeah.
And he's like, it has to be a mindset. It has to be a mentality. I think he's brought in some of that edge because since he got put in the game in the second half against Atlanta, Mike, they're a different defense.
Yeah, I think they feel more comfortable being a more aggressive defense.
Yeah.
And they changed a lot of stuff around last week against the Chiefs. And Poyer seems different. I have always enjoyed hearing from him, talking to him more and more now. By the way, check out the video. Is Jenna's video. You and Jenna put it together. He's smelling the footballs. I know a lot of you have seen it already. It's awesome. He's a football guy.
He's a football guy.
And he's played well enough. He's accepted his role. He said, when I came in, I didn't know. I kind of knew what they brought me in for. My role has changed. He goes, I don't know what the rest of the year is going to be like. He's embraced helping Jordan Hancock. Heck, he said the whole safety room. I think he's had a big influence on Cole Bishop.
Yep.
And I think he's had a whole influence on that entire defense. They feel confident when he's out there. And he played for the Dolphins, and it did not go well. He actually
it did not.
Unfortunately for him, he kind of helped the Bills, certainly in the one game.
Yep.
When he took out Keon,
Yeah.
and it was a penalty. But Poyer thought, I think, that he could help down here in Miami.
Correct.
It ended up just solidifying for him the issues they had in Miami.
Yeah.
And we've seen that play out, and I think he's thrilled to be back.
Yeah, and he's talked about the fact of his sabbatical, his time down here for a year and how it just didn't go well. This isn't some massive revenge game for Poyer, but I think it is the sense of being where you're supposed to be. And you joke around about all the guys they've brought back.
Right.
They're playing pretty well, a lot of the defensive guys they've brought back. So you got to tip your cap there.
Yeah.
Okay, other side of the ball, offensively. James Cook told Kay Adams that he is expected to play.
Right.
So he's a South Florida guy. He's all fired up about it. But James Cook is not the guy we're watching, Mike. It's somebody else.
Well, I think James Cook, if he plays, he's going to get snaps. He got 27
was a lot.
carries last week
Yep.
and had a big catch for them on a
Yes.
third down. I hope, for the Bills' sake, they don't need to run James Cook
I agree.
27 times. And I think they should still run the ball. I think it is time for Ray Davis to have a game. If you remember last year when James Cook missed the game, it was against the Jets.
Yes.
Ray Davis was outstanding.
Yep.
We haven't seen a lot from Ray this year. Brief
No.
moments, a little bit,
Yeah.
certainly not in the running game. I think tomorrow, Sunday, could be a day for Ray Davis.
Yeah, Cook popped up with an ankle foot thing, as Sean McDermott so eloquently put it.
Yeah.
He just
Dr.
pretty much said he
Sean.
was
Yeah.
he pretty much was just sore. So he didn't practice Wednesday, practiced Thursday, Friday. I agree. I think they'd like to get Cook a dozen snaps, be up by 20 points, and then rest him for the second half of the game and let James Cook kind of go.
It is home for James Cook, South Florida.
Yeah.
And he'd love to just light him up.
Yeah, and Ray Davis, to your point, it's funny. I went back and was filing the Falcons game, and I went, "Oh yeah, Ray Davis had a touchdown catch."
Yeah, yeah.
That game has been kind of washed from the mind, but to see he has had moments. He's been involved in kickoff returns now. They're trying to find something there.
Yeah.
So if there is a game, look, and James Cook isn't fully 100%, and that you can get him in and out of this game unscathed, I think you do it, and I think you see what you got with Ray Davis.
No doubt. And we'll see how it plays out. Maybe a little Ty Johnson too, but I think to get Ray Davis going would be big.
We've got an audience.
Yeah, look at this. Bills fans
Got
are
some
here.
Bills fans.
Look at him.
Appreciate it.
There's a lot of Bills
They like,
fans.
comment, subscribe. Appreciate that. And
They're all now new subscribers to the
Yeah.
Buffalo Plus YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
Buffalo Plus YouTube channel.
There you go.
Appreciate it. Look at this. We're spreading the good
Look
word.
at that. Oh, while we're doing the podcast.
That's it. And one last guy we were talking about.
Keon.
Yeah.
He's got to be better.
We've
And
talked
look,
about Gabe Davis quite a bit. I still don't know if he could be elevated.
Yeah.
I guess in this spot.
Yeah, actually, we're recording this. Wait a minute. You could check. You want to check while I'm doing this? Because I think it would have come out if he was elevated.
Dane Jackson, Balin Spector.
Okay, so they went
Those were
linebacker.
elevated.
All right, there's your elevations. Look, Keon, this is a team that is weak at corner. They don't have a great pass rush.
Yeah.
Rasul Douglas is probably their best corner, and Rasul's hurt, and
Yeah.
he may not play in the game. I think Keon needs some confidence. I really do think he does. I think
There's an understatement.
he does, and it would be a good game. Listen, right now, he's going to be there. Unless they decide to do that
Yeah.
with Gabe Davis, Keon's going to be the guy on the outside.
Yeah.
We'll see about Palmer and how much more he can do for them. But this is the kind of team you got to step up against.
Yeah.
Down here in a game the Bills should handle, I would like to see him really progress in this game.
Yeah. I would like to see it too. I don't know if we will.
Right.
Just because Keon hasn't been able to win matchups at really any spot. I think the tight ends will have a big day. I think
Yeah.
the Dolphins linebackers are really bad. So I think they were the third worst at covering tight ends fantasy-wise. So I would expect the Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox, Spencer Hawes show kind of continue. But again, if there was a guy,
Jackson.
I've done that now a bunch, haven't I?
Spencer Hawes. That would be the old guy like
I
me would
said
say.
that to Spencer Brown. I think I said Spencer Hawes to him.
You called him Spencer Hawes?
No,
No.
I said that Spencer Hawes had a bad spike earlier in the year.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, definitely.
So you got Jackson Hawes, Spencer Brown.
Jackson Hawes,
Right.
Spencer Hawes.
You also,
This is
this is going off the rails.
Yeah,
Dane Jackson.
elevated.
Yes, elevated for the game. Now, I want to see more
Yeah.
out of the wide receivers in general.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a game they get them going. And, yes, you want to see it in the bigger games. But like the Carolina game, you get some things going and maybe it carries over a little bit. So we'll see.
Yeah, to me, I look at this game and what to expect and things like that. They always talk about defense travels, Mike. I think attitude has to travel.
Yeah.
And so those 5 guys that we listed, their attitude has to be continue to build off what they did in the previous game. Don't have this be a letdown spot. You're at home against the Chiefs game, and it's CBS, and it's the main game, and you come down to Miami against a 2-7 team. Don't fall into that.
And it is going to be hot and it is going to be humid. Like, it's hotter than it even normally is here
Yep.
for November.
Yep.
And the Bills have faced that before. You don't want to get in that rut. You don't want to get in that where, like, you're dragging and the guys in Miami are like, hey, we're in this.
Yeah.
Let's pull off an upset. You saw that awful game, the Raiders and Denver.
Yes.
The Raiders had a chance to win that game, and that's a bad football team against a team that has a lot of wins. So
Yeah.
you don't want to play down to your opponent.
Yeah. I'm battling right now. Ears still plugged.
Man, you guys. You, Jana.
Send help if you know how to get your ears unplugged from the plane.
Well, it should be unplugged by now. We've been off the plane for like 7 hours.
Yep. Just battling, just grinding. Jordan Poyer took a bus 12 hours. I'm podcasting and gonna film with a clogged ear.
All right.
All right. Appreciate it as always. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Really appreciate it. It's a tough job. Somebody's got to do it. We will have post-game reaction Sunday night. As soon as we get it up, it'll be up before you.
Probably by after the
7,
4 o'clock game.
yeah,
7,
8 o'clock.
Yeah, within 7 and 8 o'clock hour.
So keep an eye out for that. Appreciate it as always. From Mike Catalana, I'm Dan Fates. Thanks for watching the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel.